Hey gang, and welcome to another Animal Crossing video. I'm Crossing Channel, and Animal Crossing New Horizons has been out for over a year now, yet we're still discovering so many different secrets and fun details about the game, which is something that I really love. When it comes to Animal Crossing New Horizons, the developers put so much attention to detail into this game. There's so many different interactions that you can discover, and little Easter eggs which are really cool. So I wanted to take a look at 10 more secrets within Animal Crossing New Horizons that you might not have known about. We'll be visiting many different characters and checking out all kinds of different interactions to see what secrets and little treats we can find within the game. So, let's get straight into this. Number 1. A Rude Awakening. If you're roaming around the beaches of your island, sometimes you're likely to run into a certain seagull who is washed up ashore. Now, I love Gulliver and I think he's one of the funniest characters in the game, but maybe if you have a bit more disdain for him and him not waking up for you when you go to talk for him, there is actually another way that you can handle this. If you hit Gulliver over the head with your net, it will trigger the dialogue to get him to talk to you. It's not guaranteed to actually wake him up every single time, but if for some reason you don't want to talk to Gulliver and you want to just smack him over the head with a net, it'll work the exact same way and basically get him to eventually wake up. It's not the nicest way for Gulliver to have to wake up, but perhaps if you don't like this character so much, this could be the method for you to get him up on his feet. Number 2. Hidden Dream Feature. This is a really cool and useful feature which was actually introduced in the 1.10 Animal Crossing update, but Nintendo didn't really make much fanfare about it at all for some reason. This is honestly really cool, and what it'll do is when you're visiting a dream island, you can hit the minus button to quickly exit. This may seem like a simple thing, but it makes leaving Dream Island so much easier, as previously you'd have to visit the bed and make your way back to the plaza just to exit, which was the same in Animal Crossing New Leaf as well. Surprisingly enough, they've actually updated the Dream Suite feature with some pretty cool quality of life changes. This one, as well as allowing players to visit Dream Islands randomly as well, which is pretty great. So maybe we'll see even more improvements for this feature in the future. Number 3. The Great Escape. If you visit the bug exhibit in the museum, you may notice that the ants are actually escaping from their little enclosure, which honestly makes my skin crawl. I hate the idea of ants getting out and getting literally everywhere and just crawling wherever they want, which is exactly what is happening in Blaver's museum. I honestly doubt that he is too fond of this idea, so definitely don't let him know that it's going on because I'm pretty sure he would freak out. Although, speaking of Blaver's freakouts. Number 4. Blaver's bug reaction. Now this is probably one of the cutest interactions in the game and also one of the most sadistic. You'll probably know that Blathers absolutely hates bugs. He is petrified of them, and despite taking many bug donations in his time, he still can't get over his fear of them. He is deathly afraid of them. And this actually shows when you show off a bug right next to him. He will start to have a mini freak out. I honestly never ever thought to do this before. I didn't even really realize that you could show off the bugs inside of buildings like this. So the fact that you can do it and they made it so Blathers will kind of get scared when you put a bug near him is honestly ingenious, and I really love this little detail now that I know about it. Sadly, I'm sure after this video I've inspired tons of people to go and scare Blathers, so I'm sorry Blathers. Number 5. Chrissy and Francine's photos. As you may know, Chrissy and Francine are sisters and two bunny characters who are incredibly similar in their style. They also have a big adoration for each other and tend to celebrate each other as much as they can, and this shows by the fact that both Chrissy and Francine have pictures of each other in their own homes. This is really interesting as I can't think of any other animals in the game that do this. I might be wrong though, so if you can think of any other animals that have pictures of other animals within their home, definitely let me know, as I would love to hear. I remember in the original Animal Crossing game, some villagers actually had a picture of Tom Nook in their home as, I guess, some kind of weird little shrine. I just thought I'd mention that because it reminds me of that. Number 6. A Special Invitation. If you've got any amiibo cards, then this one is for you. If you try and invite a villager who already lives on your island to the campsite, you'll get a special interaction with them and some unique dialogue. This interaction is honestly super funny, as your villagers will want no part in camping on your island when they can simply enjoy the island from the comfort of their own homes. I honestly thought Bob's reaction to this was really funny and honestly a little bit relatable, I'm not gonna lie. Who has the time to go camping these days? So I just really enjoyed this one, and it made me think that maybe there's more villager interactions out there that we just haven't discovered or are rarely seen within the game. I know the villager dialogue in New Horizons isn't the best, but stuff like this is really great in my opinion, as Nintendo could have easily just said, this villager already lives on your island so you can't invite them, but instead they chose to do some special dialogue for it, which I think is great. Number 7, Overstaying Your Welcome. Many of you will know that if you stay past a certain time in Nook's Cranny, the two little twins will actually kick you out, which is honestly just incredibly rude of them. I guess to be fair, it probably is past their bedtime, so they literally have to kick you out, but the same can't be said for the Able sisters, who won't kick you out of the building even if you stay past the time that it closes, which is truly a testament to how hard these gals really work. Now, with Nook's Cranny, you actually get some special music, which honestly sounds amazing when the shop is about to close, but this doesn't happen for the Able sisters. It's a little bit strange to me that they decided to do this for Nook's Cranny, but not for Able sisters as well, especially since the shops do operate on limited hours. It wouldn't make sense for them to do something like this for the museum, but for the shopping areas, I think they should all be the same. Maybe in a future update we could actually see the Able sisters kick us out, which would be kind of hilarious. Number 8, Gift Exchange. You might have seen the interaction where one villager will want you to deliver a gift to another. This is something that is carried on from previous Animal Crossing games, and it's just a cute little gift exchange which will help you get more friendship points with whichever villager you're delivering to. Not only are you doing that villager a favor, but they're entrusting you with an item that clearly they care about a lot, since they've taken the time to wrap it up all nice. The thing is, you actually can open these, and if you do open the gift and you try and give it back to someone, you will get a unique interaction. They will quiz you on why the gift is open, and you can choose to be honest with them, or you can lie. Now personally, I recommend lying, because they won't know that you actually did it if so that might be the option you want to go for. If you're feeling honest though, I guess you can tell the truth, but they may not always like that. Number 9, a tight squeeze. Another player actually noticed this one, so I wanted to share their tweet with you. It was noticed quite a while ago, but I actually haven't seen many people talk about this at all. I guess because it's such a unique circumstance to trigger this. If you build two buildings really close to each other, Tom Nook will actually make a little comment during the ceremony about how incredibly tight squeezed it is to get in there. I thought this was really funny, and it's not a piece of dialogue that everyone is gonna see, because logically most people aren't gonna place their buildings this close together, and plenty of people don't even bother to attend the ceremonies, so I wanted to point this one out because I thought it was really interesting. Number 10, regifting. If for some reason a villager gifts you an item that you really aren't so fond of and you just don't want to keep it, you can actually regift the items back to them. This is something that you may have done before, but what you might not have noticed is that villagers actually know when you regift an item to them, and they'll make a little comment about it. Depending on their personality type, they might be a little bit sarcastic, they might not mind at all, but generally speaking, all of their comments are going to be a little bit snarky, because you're literally taking something that they gave you and thought you'd really like, and just handing it back to them for some friendship points. How could you do this? So those were 10 secrets in Animal Crossing New Horizons that hopefully you didn't know. But drop a comment down in the comments section to let me know how many of these you knew and how many that you discovered for the first time watching this video, as I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, if you made it to the end of the video, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and comment Bob's Gang down below so I know you watched all the way through to the end. If you want to help support me and my channel, click the join button down below the video or the link in the description to become a channel member and a member of the Bob's Gang.